A desire without action is nothing more than wasted potential. Welcome to the Conquer Your Mountain podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Reid, and you have come across Monday Motivation. Now, if you're new to the show, we do 2 episodes a week. Monday Motivation is what you've come across today. It's a little shorter, kind of one topic in your face, little punch to give you some motivation. And then Thursdays, we put out our full-length episodes, usually with a guest, where we go neck deep into all things weight loss, big transformations, life changes, all that good stuff. First off, I want to thank those that rated us and reviewed us on iTunes. I have been asking for that lately, and you guys have been responding. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. But with the amount of views that we're getting and the amount of the amount of listens that we're getting versus the amount of ratings we have, there's still many of you who haven't done it. So I would just ask, please take 2 seconds. It doesn't take more than a minute to go to iTunes, give us a good review, and rate us, please. That helps us get on lists and get more listeners. So I would appreciate it. I have a story for you. Now, I'm not feeling well. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I think just the stress of what I've been going through. If you haven't heard, listen to Conquer Your Mountain episode 11, which we put out last week. That's with Jana Roller as a guest. I tell a little bit about the story, what I've been dealing with for the last couple weeks. High stress. It's a little high stress, some family tragedy, but and I think just kind of the stress of everything. My immune system's probably suffering, and I'm coming down with something, but I will live. But I do have a story for you. So last night, I go out with some friends, some neighbors. We go out to this place here locally in Southern California. It just opened up, and they have a mechanical bull. And so we're kind of hanging out. Took it about an hour and a half for us to get a dinner table there. Very popular place. And, I saw that bull, and I thought to myself, I want to ride that thing. And so I waited, and it's kind of like, it costs a few bucks and everyone's looking, and what if the guy behind it like bucks me off in 2 seconds and it's gonna hurt my pride? And I was sitting there for probably 30 minutes going through all the reasons why I shouldn't ride that bull. But there was that little kid in me that was going, oh, but it would be so fun. You'd have a blast. You would. Just ride the bull. So finally, I was like, what am I doing? Okay, so I went in there. I signed up, signed my life away on a little insurance waiver, and I got on the bull. And whether it was everyone blowing smoke up my ass or not, they told me by far the best ride of the night. I mean, I stayed on the longest, finally got bucked off at the very end, but stayed on the longest, really held my own on this bull, and my body is sore today from it. But it was an amazing experience. It was so much fun. And so I'm on this I'm on the mechanical bull last night. My arms flailing in the air. I'm holding on. I'm gripping with my hand. I'm gripping with my legs. And I think to myself, you know what? This would be a great podcast topic. Last night, I come up with this thinking about you guys while I'm riding the mechanical bull. And I'm thinking, you know what? You sat there and told yourself all the reasons why you shouldn't do it for about 30 minutes. And finally, you got up on this damn bull and you're having a great time. Everyone's cheering like they were screaming, Jeremy. And it just was amazing. It was awesome. It was a great, great experience. And it really added to my whole group's evening. I was the only one from the group that went up there, but everyone was raving about it when we're done. Everyone's posting photos and videos. So it kind of goes into this, and I'm going to title this Horns or Balls, Grab the Bull Somewhere. Just grab the bull. Just show up is essentially kind of the moral of the story. So we all have big dreams. If you don't, that's where you need to start. You need to paint yourself a picture of a life or a goal that you want to achieve. But we all should have something in our life that we're going after. Now, this idea, this desire that we have is nothing if we don't actually take the action to go forward and do it. And, we know this. We all know this. But sometimes, just like I did, sat around for 30 minutes telling myself all the reasons why I shouldn't ride that bull. You've been doing that in your life, likely for years. That big idea or that weight loss or that relationship or that new job, whatever it may be, fill in your own blank. But we all have something that we sit around and tell ourselves all the reason why we shouldn't do it or we couldn't do it or we wouldn't be successful. I had a client a couple years ago, Tina, and Tina came to me for some weight loss, and we were already on our way to, a great transformation. And this whole time she's mentioned, because I'm certified in strategic interventions, certified life coach, certified personal trainer, certified nutrition. So working with me is not just your average Instagram, coach where they throw you a generic nutrition guide, generic fitness guide, and you run for it. My full service clients they're getting life coaching. They're getting lifestyle coaching. And I come in, we get deep into their life, deep into their emotions and their desires. And we start creating pathways and creating plans of action for everything, not just weight loss. So Tina had this business idea. She had access to inventory. She was excited about it. She had huge dreams. She had huge desires, but it had been 3 years with no action. And she told herself, well, maybe after I lose this weight. And so she hired me to lose the weight. Maybe after she has more startup cash, she said. Everything was maybe. Everything she said was maybe. I said, Tina, this is ridiculous. You've got the idea. You've got access to supplies. You've got everything you need other than the mindset that you're going to make it happen. You're just going to take action. And so I said, this is what we're going to do. And I gave her week by week, small little homework, small little goals to get her there. On week two, she was ready to go out and actually start getting some clients. And so I said, let's take advantage of social media. You don't have a big social media following, but that's why they make DMs. So I said, go out and just, search hashtags for this, the few things that were related to what she was selling. And I said, go to it. And if you see somebody that's, they're obviously in it, they have a passion, they have a desire, I want you to write them. Just write them and say hi. Just, nothing too salesy, but just go and write them and introduce yourself and work your way in there. Within 7 days, a major Instagram influencer read her message, replied back, and came on as a client, even shared with her followers what she was doing, all this stuff. Tina's business in 1 week blew up. Huge sales. We're talking well into the six-figure sales in just a matter of, in weeks of sales, but in just a week, she blew up. And I can remember probably, 3 months, 4 months into it. Now she's got a very successful business. It's running smooth, everything. And I remember one of our calls, she said, you know what? Honestly, I owe this all to you. And I said, no, you don't. You're the one that took the action. But she said, no, had you not pushed me, I would have spent, another year, another 3 years, just saying maybe. And I had to agree with her on that one. Because that's the difference between the people that achieve amazing things and the people that just sit there and tell great stories or tell stories about what they're desiring is action. That's it. And many times, especially when, let's go back to the fat loss, the transformation genre. Sometimes people have such little beliefs in their ability when it comes to losing massive amounts of weight that the action needs to come before the belief. Let the results motivate you. Just go all in or hire a coach and just go, you know what? I don't even know if I can do this. I sometimes don't even believe in myself. I've failed so many times in the past, but I can right here, right now, make a commitment to follow Jeremy's plan or follow this person's plan. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow it blindly and let the results motivate you because they will come. So even if you don't believe in yourself now, believe that you can lose 1 pound. Even just one. And let that 1 pound be proof to you that if you can lose 1 pound, you can lose 100 or 200 or 300. Don't allow the negativity, the shadow voice in your head to talk you out of the results that you're looking for. And so then when we're in it, when we're on it, many times we focus on everything that could go wrong. Right? Anytime the scale doesn't move, my body just likes to be fat, or or diets never work for me, or I do everything right and I don't see results. Stop that negativity. Focus on everything that you desire. Focus on all the things that could go right. And then if things aren't working, if you're doing, you're putting in nutrition, you're putting in fitness in place, you're not cheating, and the scale or the fat loss results are not coming, then obviously something needs to change. Something isn't done right on your end. It doesn't mean you're incapable of burning body fat. It doesn't mean you're incapable of getting to your goals. It means that we need to adjust and move forward. And that's a large percentage of my job, is going, okay, here we are. Now we need to readjust, or we need to, I'm constantly changing fitness for people. They don't realize it. But what I'm doing is making their body, adapt and move forward, continue to move forward. And so sometimes we do need that help, and it's okay. It's okay. But don't for a second think that you're incapable of getting to your goals, because you are right here, right now. I'm telling you. Now you need to believe that. But if you don't, throw yourself into action anyway, and let the belief come from the results. We're coming into a season of the year, and it doesn't really matter even when you listen to this. You could be listening to this next June, and it's still going to apply, because it seems like every season change, there's something that happens in life that's going to pull our attention. It's going to pull ourselves, everything about us in a certain direction. Now, right now, as I'm recording this, we're coming into winter months. We've got the U.S. Thanksgiving coming up. We've got Christmas. We've got all this stuff coming up that's going to pull our attention. For some people, I hear this excuse. I literally just yesterday heard this excuse of, oh, you know what? I can't start right now. The timing's just not right. I mean, we got Christmas coming up. I got all sorts of holiday work parties. The timing's not right for me to lose weight. Come on, let's get real with ourselves. The timing is never going to be right, because after that, it's going to be New Year's. And then after that, it's going to be, springtime, tax season. And then it's going to be summer. Oh, well, we always go on vacation. We travel in summer. It's not a good time. It's not a good time to lose weight in summer. We have to get real with ourselves and grab that damn bull by the horns of the balls. I don't care where you grab it, but grab it and take action. Even if it's small little steps, even if it's baby steps. Like I said, 1 to 2 steps up that mountain is all you need. Each day, stay consistent, but the biggest single thing that you can take from this is just take some damn action. Because sitting around thinking about it, sitting around wishing for it, sitting around hoping that someday the time is right, or hoping that someday that bum knee heals, or hoping that someday they come, give up. Give up on that sort of negativity and just believe in yourself. Again, I want to say this because this has hit home for many clients of mine. If you can lose 1 pound of fat, then you have the ability to lose as many pounds of fat as you need to. There is nothing different about the 50th pound that your body does versus the first pound. Now, yeah, we are dealing with hormones and metabolism, blah, 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 blah. But the actual form of burning a pound of fat is the same, whether it's your first pound, whether it's your 100th pound. So if you can lose 1 pound on the scale, then that is proof in itself, without a shadow of a doubt, that you can get to your goals. Let that, if nothing else, let that fuel you. And while you're focusing on the fact that you can lose 1 pound and you can lose 100 pounds, I want you to stop focusing on all the past attempts that you failed. All the past attempts that didn't go the way you planned. Stop focusing on those. If you are going to look back, you damn well better be looking back to learn something so that you can use that to better shape your future. But your focus is always forward moving. Progress, progress, progress. No matter where you are, I don't know, obviously I don't know everyone's story. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what you're dealing with life in right now. I know life can get messy, can get really messy. But I hope and I pray that you guys see at least at all times a glimmer of hope for happiness and contentment, because that's really what we're going for, right? Isn't that what life is about? It's going after contentment. For some people, that's money. For some people, that's relationships. For some people, that's a combination of a lot of things. But as long as we're content, then that's what we're going for. And so I hope that you see a little glimmer of light. And if you can't, then I want you to envision it, dream it, plan it, so that you have something to grab hold of. Even in your darkest times, you've got something that you're desiring that's bigger than yourself, that you're going after, that's huge. And that's why you're going to get up in the morning. And that's why you're going to put in the effort, because you do know. You know that you're capable of living a life that's greater than you currently are. Wow, that got deep. That got deep there for a second. So anyway, the point is take action. The point is grab that damn bull. Horns or balls, you grab it. All right? Thank you so much for listening. If you got any sort of motivation, inspiration, entertainment from this, all I ask is just share it. Just share it with somebody. Share it on social media. Share it with your friends. Share it with that one specific family member or friend that you think can come out with. That's how we're going to grow this organically and spread throughout the entire world. So thank you so much. Remember to go on, rate, and review us on iTunes. We'll see you again on Thursday. Peace.